Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 691, and guess what? We're back at the beach. Who is as excited as I am to be back at the beach today? Hi, Joe. Good morning, Grace. Hi, Judy and Adele. I've got sand on my face. Oh, well. We had a low of 71 overnight. Good morning, Christine and Lisa and Grace. Hi, Thea. Which doesn't sound low to anyone else who doesn't live as far south as I do, but to me it was nice and chilly, and I felt like I could actually ride my bike to the beach and not be a hot, sweaty mess when I got here. Plus I found some shade in front of a tree, in front of a building, so the breeze feels so refreshing to me right now. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Jill. Good morning. And how beautiful is this behind me? Like, OMG, right? Oh, and the sounds. And so I'm at that deserted beach that you can't access by car. There's no parking lot. It's a beach access that just has a bike rack. So it's a nice, quiet beach. We might see a few people walk by, but not many. We're about a mile from the closest parking lot that way and about a mile from the closest parking lot that way. Hi, Pamela, and yes, it's so quiet. I'll turn the camera all the way around so you can see everything that I'm seeing too. What's out there? Is that a kayaker? Oh yeah, there's a couple of kayakers. Maybe we'll see a dolphin today too. Who knows? Hi, Proverbs and Nedya. Good morning. Hi, Sharon. Yes, the weather is beautiful. I've made some progress on my crochet cardigan. And I started a sleeve. When I started the second ball because I didn't want to get to the bottom of the body and talk myself out of sleeves. I really want a cardigan, not a vest here. So I figured the best way to do that was do sleeves first before finishing the body. So you can see I've got the first sleeve started here, and I am tapering the sleeve, which I think is going to be so lovely. I'll try it on in a few minutes too, so you can get a look of it. What beach am I at? I don't think this is called any particular beach, but I'm in Southwest Florida in Naples, and this is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. Hi, Linda. Good morning. Yes, Susie, you have all beach, no water. The desert. That's funny. So I did want to talk about a few of the design elements of this that I think you might find interesting, but we can wait a few minutes and wait for everybody to get here. Oh, thanks, Judy. Yes, this is in Be So Sporty yarn in colorway Rainbow Sherbet. Good morning, Judy. And also I'm wearing some things that you might be interested in too. I'm wearing the leggings, the long leggings. See how long they are? Even on my long legs, they are not cropped, which I love. Being taller, I do love pants that come down all the way. So I'm wearing the leggings that have the pockets on them, and this is a workout tank top that combines the sports bra and the tank top in one piece. You can find both of those in my Amazon shop. And for those of you with baby fine hair like me, I found something else on Amazon that you're gonna love. So if you've had trouble buying those bun gadgets, right? You know, everybody likes to wear those big buns, and if you have baby fine hair like me, even if your hair is long, those bun gadgets don't work. They're too big. So I did a search for small bun makers on Amazon, and you won't believe what came up. The little girl ones, they say on the little girl ones that they're good for people with fine hair too. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? So they're smaller. They're meant for girls that do ballet, girls that do dance, girls that do gymnastics. And the pictures are all of little girls on there, but it says right on the listing that it's also good for women who have fine hair. So I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm buying it. It felt a little silly, but I'm like, I'm buying it anyways because I love the look of a put together bun. And so I think for $9, I got 2 of the donuts, 2 of the things that snap and roll and then snap. I got 2 of those, 2 French twist makers, which I don't know how to use, and a few other gadgets. So there was a whole bunch of stuff in there for $9. And I have to tell you, I could cry. I'm so happy. I wore the one that did this I don't know what that one's called. I wore that one yesterday, and today I put the donut one in. Hopefully you can see it. So not only do I have a nice looking bun, but look at my ends are wrapped around it. It makes it look like I've got a ton of hair, doesn't it? Hi Donna, hi Lorraine. I am super excited about this. Thanks Sharon. Look at that wrap. Like, I don't know what I'm more excited about, the bun or that wrap of my own hair right there. You all know, how does the, oh, Luna wants to know how the leggings in the top run. I'm about 185 pounds and I'm wearing a size large in the leggings, but I like my leggings a little tight because I like the cinching at the waist, and the top is an extra large. Hopefully that helps. Hi Carrie, good morning. Hi Chris. Joe has fine hair too. It's okay. The more tips and tricks we know, the less we have to say UGH about our fine hair, right? So those of you that have fine hair, I'm super excited to always share my tips that I find with you guys, because it really is just about knowing how to work with what you have, right? Whether it's trying to dress for your size, you can be beautiful at any size and at any age. You just have to know the tips and tricks for feeling comfortable in your own skin and in your own hair. That's it. Oh, I got something in my eye. Okay, I promised you that we'd flip the camera around so you could see 360 degrees of this gorgeous beach. So here it is to the north, and you can see how incredibly quiet it is here. And these are the buildings that are keeping me in the shade and sweat-free. And then here it is to the south. See, there's a few more people down there, but nobody up in my business, right? Uh-oh, there we go. How is the sound? Is the sound okay today? I know there've been complaints in the past about the sound when I'm at the beach because of the wind and also the reception, so I'm kind of curious what kind of reception. Sound is great, wonderful. How about reception? Is there any buffering? Thanks, Kat. I'm very happy to be at the beach too. I love sharing this with you guys. Hi, Rita. No buffering either. Hot diggity. Hi, Julia. Although that could mean anything, right? Because I think remember the day we saw the alligator at the bike rack? I'm at the same beach where we saw the alligator at the bike rack. And so do you remember we did have issues with buffering here that day? So I really do, and sometimes we have it at my house when I have like super heavy duty Wi-Fi. So I don't know how to explain any of it. Hi AM Sterling. Hi Kathy. Oh, hi Cindy. I'm so glad you guys are excited about the beach. As long as the weather holds up, I'm more than happy to come to the beach at least once or twice a week for the podcast. I told you guys I trimmed my hair a second time, right? And it turned out fine. I can't believe it. I don't need to go to the hairdresser. As long as I decide to keep my hair long, it looks like I don't need to go to a hairdresser anymore. I know how to cut my own bangs, and I know how to cut the back of my hair. I feel very accomplished in that respect. Oh, I remember. We were going to talk about some of the design elements of this cardigan that I'm working on, but I'll wait a second, see if anybody has any more questions. Oh, my glasses and my earrings are both in the Amazon shop too. All good finds. And what did I say? I have now 15 pair of these glasses because they come in a 5-pack at my house. Yeah, or do I have 20 pair? I can't remember. I think I have 15. Anyway, I'm always losing my glasses still. Isn't that great? But I came up with a solution. When I wear these leggings that have pockets in them, even when I go for a bike ride, I can carry a pair of glasses in the pocket. Oh, and I keep a pair of glasses on my bike at all times too, in case I forget it in my pocket. Oh, nuts, right? Just nuts. All right, were there any questions? I don't see anything. Maybe I missed something. Oh, the colors of the water and the sky. So beautiful. And hopefully you can hear the waves well too. Yes, okay, good, you can hear the waves, wonderful. Hi Isabel. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this cardigan that I'm designing. And hopefully you like the texture of the stitch pattern. It's something that I love to do when I do rows of simple stitches, and that is alternate the rows with a row of single crochet, and I'm going to tell you why. Have you ever noticed that when you do rows back and forth in double crochet, treble crochet, or double treble crochet, that the stitches end up going like this from row to row and they don't line up perfectly vertical? Have you ever noticed that? The way to avoid doing that is adding a row of single crochet between each of your rows. And see, case in point, don't you love how beautifully straight these are double treble crochets and alternated with a row of single crochet. Isn't that texture just absolutely gorgeous? Good, I'm glad you agree. So anytime, and so do this for a scarf, do this for a cowl, do this for a shawl. It goes so quick too, but I just love how perfectly symmetrical the rows stay. Also notice that it's because all of the double treble rows end up facing the same direction then, because they're only worked on one side, right? So that, where was I going with that? Okay, where I was going with that? I don't know. Don't you love it when you lose your train of thought? I don't even know what sparked me to lose my train of thought. Anyway, so like I said, if you want to do a Zen project, use this combination of stitches for anything. Now, the one trick that you need to, well, it'll always look the same on, so here is the right, it depends on what side you want to be the right side. Here is the side where the double trebles are on the right side, and here is the side where the single crochets are on the right side. So the double trebles always face in the same direction, and that's what keeps this looking so symmetrical and so beautiful. It almost looks perfect, right? And that's because we're not doing the stitches on the right and wrong side of the row. That's when they end up looking like this from row to row. And I don't know, occasionally it's okay, but sometimes I don't like that look. Now, here's where it really gets different. When you're gonna do a project that has rows and rounds. This is Be So Sporty yarn, my #2 sport weight 100% bamboo yarn, and this is in hand-dyed colorway Rainbow Sherbet that has some mint and some peach and some yellow. I can't wait to wear this. And we're going to talk about, more about the design in a few minutes because I would like your feedback as well. But here's something that's also very interesting when you're going to do a project that has in rows and in rounds. So let's say we were doing all of this just in the double treble crochet or just in double crochet. That zigzag you get from working in rows, you wouldn't have when you start working in rounds, so it would change the texture. And that can be annoying too. Now there's a couple ways to fix that. When you're going to work in rounds for a sleeve after you've worked in rows for a cardigan, what you can do is, even though you're working in the round, you can choose to still turn direction at the end of each round so that you maintain that right and wrong side, right? Does that make sense? Because I'll explain it again if it doesn't. If you're wanting to get the same look between rows and rounds, if you're combining the two techniques within one project, like for a cardigan with sleeves, in order to get the sleeves to have the same texture as the body, you will have to, even though you're working in the round, still turn your work at the end of each round, even though you don't have to. Does that make sense? But I'm going to show you some, good, okay, I've got some yeses. Okay, but now I'm going to tell you, when you're doing the alternating of one row of single crochet between your longer stitches, that single crochet row, you really can't tell that it's right or wrong side. Yes, I'm still using the single crochet in between each round for the sleeves because I want the same texture. But look at, I'm doing in the round for the sleeves, in the row for the body, not changing direction at the end of each round, and they still look identical. Isn't that awesome? So that single crochet round, you can't, I mean, yes, if we were going to be super detective-y with our magnifying glass and super, you know, focused on the details as expert crocheters, yes, you can probably tell in very minute detail that this is rows for single crochet and this is rounds for single crochet. But guess what? Once I put it on, I guarantee you can't tell. Well, guarantee, I don't know, that's pretty harsh. What am I guaranteeing? Nothing. I can't stop laughing. I think it's because I'm so happy to be at the beach. All right, I gotta watch out for all my, I haven't woven in any of these ends yet, but I wanted to show you how cute it is. So here's my sleeve. This isn't blocked yet, so bear with me. Okay, can you see the difference in texture between the rows and rounds? No, not at all. It's gonna be adorable, right? So I'm going to make the sleeve a little bit longer, and I'm still working on tapering the sleeve as I go. So decreasing at the end of each round. That's the other thing, when you're working much longer stitches, you have to decrease more often to get the same effect. So we're decreasing on every row. Now, probably going to put buttons on this one or do something here. I haven't decided, but I wanted to talk to you about the length. It's too short right now, I know that. But I stopped at one ball and started the second ball here. But we could do this longer hip length, duster length, but I'm thinking of doing it a shorter length, like right here. I'm thinking that it might be a cute cardigan to wear over a flowy top, where the flowy top dangles, or is lower than that. So like maybe just a couple more repeats and come to like right about your hip bone here. What do you guys think of that? Let's try to show you what I mean. I'm thinking to do right here, so that you would wear something longer underneath and flow out. How does that sound? You guys like that idea too? And then obviously if you wanted it longer, it's top down. You could make it longer for sure. Tammy says no. Let's see. Joe says yes. Another Joe says yes. And obviously these are options. The block gauge on this one is about 3.25 stitches per inch, or 13 per 4 inches. Pamela, I agree. I think it'd be good to have two in your closet. I think it'd be good to do one sleeveless too. I mean, I think this is a super quick project because of the longer stitches that, yes, I think you should have more than one. Absolutely. You should have a light colored one, a dark colored one, a neutral colored one, a bright one. I think this could be one of those go-to cardigans that you could wear with anything, and therefore have multiple colors in your closet. Yeah, it's top down, so it's so easy to customize the length for whatever you prefer. And that's the beauty of making your own clothes too, right? Beauty of making your own clothes, you can make it as short or as long as you want. Yep, 2-row repeat, Pamela, super easy. You're welcome, Adele. Hi, Genevieve. I drink all my water, boo. This is the only size cup that will fit in the cup holder on my bike. I think the cup holder on my bike is meant for like a disposable Starbucks cup. Who wants to take a coffee cup on a bike ride? I don't know. If for me, and I was designing a cup holder for my bike, I'd want to fit a gigantic Bubba cake on there. Or a Yeti, or one of those giant cups. And even still, it's still not enough water. I could use a gallon of water when I go for a bike ride. I used to have one of those camelbacks, you know, that backpack that you wear. And I remember it got moldy at one point, and I couldn't figure out how to clean it. And I was afraid to put bleach in it, thinking I was going to not get it all out and poison myself. And I've never had one since. I know. A bottle of water should fit, yes. No bottles of water fit on my bike. And my tray on the front is broke, or the baskety thing on the front is broken, and I've been trying to fix it. I don't know how to replace the kind of screw that was in there, so I found a screw that kind of fits, and I'm a hot mess when it comes to my gears still aren't working. I can only ride in first gear. Ah. Yeah, if you make the cardigan in 2 lengths, you could wear it with anything in your wardrobe then. Maybe make one in the classic blue color like denim, which is a really great neutral, or make one in a dark color to wear with dark outfits, make one in a light color to wear with light outfits, or make one in like your signature bright color that you love so that it can be your pop of color over any outfit. There's so many ways you can make a different look out of the same pattern with the color. I know, I need a trip to the bike shop. I'm just afraid it's going to be expensive, Judy. That's why I don't go. The bike was a gift 15 years ago. No, 14 years ago. It was a gift, and it was a very expensive gift. So I'm terrified that a very expensive bike is going to be very expensive to fix. Does that make sense? And thank you, Adele. That's so sweet of you to say. I wish I knew what the fountain of youth was. Trust me, I don't like my wrinkles in the front of the mirror, just same as everybody else, but whatever. Ooh, here comes the sun and the wind. Hopefully it won't get too hot. I guess they would give me an estimate, but I'd have to take the bike there to do that, so. Beth, all of my books have charts, actually, all of them, going all the way back to 2008 with my first book, Wrapped in Crochet. I was one of the first crochet authors to include charts in my books. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, so all of my books that I've ever written and published are all have charts, and specifically the book you're talking about is part of the most recent books that I've been independently publishing on my own. And yes, I do charts for all of that. Most 99 point, maybe there's an exception, but most of my PDF patterns as well include charts. I'm sure there's an exception, so I don't want to misspeak about it, but I do include, actually going forward now, any chart, any pattern that I make, all of them include charts. Charts are very helpful. I agree, Pamela. Yeah, YouTube might help me with the bike too, Rita. That is a good point. For some reason, I think I don't know why, but I've been okay riding a broken bike for a while. You guys know this. It's been broken for quite a while. And for some reason, I seem to be okay with it. You know, there are certain things that you like to fix, and I don't know. I don't know what's stopping me, but anyway, it still rides, I guess. Does anybody have any other questions? Might have to turn this in a minute. That sun's going right in my eyes now. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning. Oh my goodness, the water's so beautiful. Could my son help? No, I'm the handy one in my family. He's not the handy one. Although hopefully, yes, I should fix it before it falls apart. That's a good point too. My dad used to help me with stuff like that. My dad was the engineer in the family. But I'm pretty good at fixing stuff too. Actually, Marlon's learning to fix stuff now that he has this new job. He's learned, yesterday he said he got to use a chainsaw to cut down a tree. He was very excited about that. I was like, oh, good for you, Marlon. That is cool. Pamela, you and your son are the handy ones. Nice. I like being the handy one. Karen would like to see these colors in Be So Baby. I do have these colors in Be So Baby. We have Buttercup and Peach, and the new color Tutu, which is a paler peach, and Mint. Those colors are all available. Also, I have a variegated that's in that kind of color family. We have Birthday Cake. That's another one. Oh, you meant these colors. Did I cook for Marlon yesterday? Yes, and he ended up going out to eat with his friends anyway, so there you go. I made Parmesan chicken in the oven, where I take I use some sort of creamy salad dressing, like a ranch, a Caesar, something like that, and coat the chicken in that so that it's kind of marinated, and then I sprinkle Parmesan cheese on top and throw it in the oven. Adele's vegetarian, good for you. Yeah, well, Judy, I ate some of it last night, and there's plenty of leftovers, so he'll eat it today. I always make big batches just so that there's food whenever he's hungry. Today I'm making that pattern that I showed this morning. It's not out yet. Sample's not even done, so can't have the pattern done yet. I'm still figuring it out as I go. I'm making my favorite roasted broccoli today, where I render cubes of pancetta in the pan first, then throw in my broccoli and roast it with some garlic, and then when I pull everything back out of the oven, sprinkle some lemon juice on it. I make batches of it 3 pounds at a time, and it disappears at my house. So there's something about adding bacon, garlic, and lemon to broccoli that makes it irresistible to people that don't normally like broccoli. It is amazing, Grace. It is absolutely amazing. It is the best broccoli I've ever made. I definitely need to write up the recipe to share with everybody because it's amazing. And like I said, I make 3 pounds at a time and it disappears, which is awesome. Joe's getting hungry now. I'm getting hungry too. I guess that's why I'm talking about it. I'm going to do that when I get home. And I'm pretty excited about it. So I did take photos of the steps last time that I made it, but maybe I should make a little video when I make it this time. Kat does the same thing with shredded sprouts. I think you mean Brussels sprouts. Yeah, that's good too. Brussels sprouts taste great doing them exactly the same way, yes. Yes. All right, so I'll try to do a little video while I do it today, and then maybe I'll pop that up. I use fresh broccoli, Pamela, because I don't like to cook it for very long. I like it to have a little bit of a crunch still. Yeah, I'll make a little video when I make it later today. That's a good idea. I love Brussels sprouts too, Thea. I love all vegetables, actually. Yes, I could use a hat right now. I agree. I won't be here much longer, though. I could use sunglasses as well. Maybe if I turn this way, then I'm totally not doing my face in the sun. That's a little bit better. Do you remember, though, in one of the first podcasts, someone was complaining about me wearing sunglasses on camera? They said it was disrespectful to the audience. And that was like certainly within the first 100 episodes, if not in the first 10 episodes. And I remember they said something about how it was disrespectful to the audience. And I took it to heart, and I've never worn sunglasses on the podcast ever since. I thought it wasn't showing eye contact, and I mean there was a point, something about the way they described it to me resonated with me, so I realized that eye contact is extremely important to me in real life, and I thought, you know, anything that I can project through a live stream podcast that's more like me in real life, I feel like that's another way to be more authentic. Yes, coconut oil does have natural sunscreen, Adele. So does mango butter, which is one of the ingredients I use in my body lotion and my face cream. I use mango butter because I think coconut oil is a little too greasy for me. It doesn't, it stays on my skin too long. Yes, both are true, Lisa. Oh, there's still ice cubes in there. I could eat the ice cubes. Yes, that is true too, Judy, and that's why I try not to put my face directly in the sun when I do the podcast. And I don't do the podcast in the sun much at all, so. Yeah, I wear sunglasses when I'm out in the sun. Otherwise, podcast is the only time I don't wear them. You know, just trying to make the podcast more about us talking together, right? And I'm pretty sure that that's worked over the years, right? I think you guys feel like we are talking together when I talk to the camera, and that's what's been so amazing about this whole experience, is that we have these conversations even though we're not together. And long before 2020 happened, we've been able to do, we've been doing this, well, for 691 episodes, right? We're all friends here, exactly. And what an amazing piece of technology YouTube has gifted us to be able to do this. I mean, I know I say it all the time, but gosh darn, it's amazing. It's just amazing what we get to do through YouTube and through my phone and through your internet connection. It's so awesome. So thank you, YouTube, again. I know I thank them all the time for this opportunity, but I just really love it. Yeah, Tammy, mango butter is amazing. It has so many health benefits, and it's not as greasy as coconut oil. I love mango butter. I'm very brave, Adele says. Thank you. I try to be. I'm not always brave. Trust me, I cry. I cry and I get scared too. I shake, and when I get scared, I shake and I cry. And I cry myself to sleep at night sometimes, just like everybody else. But I do try to be strong the next day. It's normal. Everybody has fears. It's okay if you don't feel brave. It's okay. We all deal with what we have the best we can. Right? Thanks, Tammy. I'm so glad you feel like we're all together. That's wonderful. I'm so glad that the podcast provides that for you, because we all feel alone at times, right? Even if you have a big family, or even if you have lots of people in your life, or if you don't, we all feel alone sometimes. And if this little podcast can make, yes, I do have a Cancer moon, Adele, that is correct. Libra rising and Cancer moon and Sagittarius sun sign. Maxine, I am in Naples. This is Southwest Florida, and that's the Gulf of Mexico behind me. Isn't it beautiful and relaxing? Man, I would love to sit here and just stare at that all day. Did anybody see any dolphins or anything out there today? I didn't see anything. I've seen some birds. Remember George? Oh, maybe Curious George is going to come back. Remember when we had him in the first, what was that? Oh, we did the podcast at the beach for more than 100 episodes. We did it for a long time. But do you remember Curious George that used to come and hang out? Oh gosh, he was so cute. And you know that was not always him. It was just always curious birds that probably thought I had food, but that's okay. I always thought that it was just a birds wanting to say hi. Remember, they used to circle me sometimes too. They were so funny. Oh, I mean, there's birds here this morning, but nothing close. Oh, Luna, I'm so glad that this has been helpful. Thank you, Trina. I'm so glad to hear that. Thanks for your kind words, everybody. Oh, man. All right. I will try to come down here again one day this week. We'll see. Depends on what I'm wanting to show you, right? Sometimes it makes more sense to do educational stuff in my backyard or in the studio. But if the weather holds up, I heard that it's going to get hot again by the end of the week, but any day that the weather is easier for me to ride my bike to the beach, I will try to get down here, because this was such a nice treat for all of you and for me. So thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful, relaxing beach, the sounds of the waves, my little demo and chatting with me and everyone else. If you like the podcast, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can click that red button down below. And if you click the bell button next to it, you can be notified every time I go live or upload a new video. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.